Hello, welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy and hashtag Tag Tuesday. And this is part of a collaboration that is hosted every Tuesday by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming and Maria at Maria's Miscellany. And I will link both of those in the description box below. What I have is, this is a leftover from a journal I just made, and I punched a tag shape out of that end of the piece of paper, and I don't know why, but I folded it, and I loved the way that that framed that flower, and I thought I need to make something out of that. And then I found this as I was going through things, and I think it might be a sticker, but I am not positive. And I liked that too. And I was trying to figure out how to not lose the flower and use this, because I think the colors work really well together. And I don't know why. There's green in here, there's green in here, there's brown, there's blue, and there's blue. There's none of the main color of purple, and I think that actually is what makes it work so well. So some of the other items I'm going to be using today, in addition to that and that piece, I have this fabric washi tape that I just recently got in a Thrifty Thursday haul, I guess. I don't like to call them hauls, but it was in a recent video that I made. I have this little purple stamp. It's not a real stamp. It's just a piece, a cut apart piece. I may or may not use that. I'm not sure how that purple will work. And then I dug out a bulb pin, and I have this eyelet on here that I'm going to use that I didn't want to lose, so I put it on the bulb pin. Hopefully the two of them together will make it harder to lose the piece. And I found this paper, which looks absolutely perfect with that. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is measure this opening here, because I want this to slide down in behind it and cover it completely, but I still need to be able to get it in there with the sides down, fastened down, I guess would be the right word. And so I'm going to measure this. I tried to straighten it up because I do know that the sides are square. It just doesn't want to lay flat. So I'm going to try this again. I don't know why it really matters, because it's actually going to be covered up, but in my head I want to know that it's straight, I guess. Alright, there we go. So this measures right at 2.5 inches. So I'm going to cut a strip from this at 2 and... do I want to go 3/8 or do I want to go all the way down to 1/4? Let's see. My opening is 2 and just over 1/4. No, right at 2 1/4. So I am going to go with the 2 3/8. I think that my math is correct on that. I'm going to put these back into my bowl, my little dish here. You see, I'm already trying to lose things. Get my cutter out. And I did decide on 2 3/8. If I need to trim it down, I can. If I cut it too short, I can't. So I'm going to go for the bigger measurement and then see what happens. Let's see, does that cover the whole backing? It does. So that's perfect. Alright, and I am going to cut across here. So I need to measure that as well. And it is 3, and I want it to be just a little shorter, so I'm going to go 2 3/4 on that. Alright, so we have these two pieces. I may even take just a little bit more off of that, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to take just a little bit more off the top because I cannot see where my eyelet is going to go, and so I need to be able to miss that. So I had that at 2 3/4. What is that one? Okay. So let's go with 2 5/8. Is that enough? No. I'm going to go with 2 1/2. And I'm going to put this in the bowl because I may use it elsewhere on the tag. Oh, sorry. There, that's better. Now I want to do something with these corners, and I don't think I can get that finagled in there to get, well, I think that I can match those two corners on this. We'll see. I have more of this paper if it doesn't work. So I'm just going to slide that in between the cutting blades, maybe. Right there. I'm going to square it up and punch. That worked. Yay! So let's do that on the other side. And hopefully it works too. Get it all the way to the top, all the way to the side, and squared up. Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. Yay! All right. So we have that, and I want to close this because that's going to be really, I don't know, just flimsy. And so I have a piece of acetate from packaging, and I am going to cut this I'm going to cut it bigger and then I can cut it down. Actually, what I'm going to do is I have my red line tape right here. I'm going to go ahead and run my tape around the edges, and then I can cut off the excess. Trash, trash, trash. I feel like doing this one strip at a time helps make it more even. And I want to do this edge last because it'll be easier to get all the others since this one goes all the way across. And you'll want to do that. Whichever tape you put all the way across, make that your last one so that you can flip back your edge of your acetate out of the way. I don't know if that made any sense. It worked in my head. How about that? Okay, so now I'm just tripping. I'm trimming, might be tripping off the edge. I have a little exposed tape there and it just keeps sticking to me. I think that's alright because then it means it'll be sticking to my paper on the other side when I fold up the pocket. And see, that'll create a window right there so that it's a complete pocket and not just little strips being held together like that. Now I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something to cover up that sticky, because if that's sticky, then it's not going to let my card go in and out. I don't know if I've ever used this on red line tape. We'll find out if it works. I think it's okay. I think I've got a little room there, little wiggle room from where I made the card. We'll find out. Alright, so now before I start gluing edges down, I do want to color them so that I don't have that white core showing. So I've got my Distress Oxide in Seedless Preserves. And I can link to the video where I explain why I do this below. This isn't just inking the edges, because you really don't see ink on the edges when you do it like this. And some of these edges may be covered up, but right now they're not. And I want to make sure I've got them taken care of. Alright. The next step, I am going to add this fabric tape, and I'm actually going to put it along the edges here just to hold that pocket closed, just like that. I want to show just the tiniest bit of that edge right there. So I am going to go ahead and cut off a piece so it's a little bit more manageable. I have my fan going right now and it's blowing things around. My air conditioner is misbehaving. I have one of those mini splits, and right now the fan occasionally comes on. None of the air comes on. And I have been sweating a lot in my studio. And I'm not used to that. I'm a little spoiled. Okay, so I am only pulling down part of that tape backing, so that it's going to be easier to work with, because it seems like fabric tape is so much stickier than washi tape. And it will stick. Stick. Alright, see, it's sticking. Sticking to my craft board here. Alright. See, I like that. You can still see the edge there. And now I am going to use the edge of the paper to make a nice crisp fold. And that way it is perfectly folded along the edge. And I'm going to trim off the excess tape. And do the same thing on this side. This side's a little wider, so it'll be a little easier to deal with. Kind of messed up that corner there. I had to straighten it out. I'm going to try to put the same amount of this tape showing as I do on the bottom side, just for balance. Ooh, that was super close. And now it's really stuck. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing using the edge of the paper. I'm pushing down firmly, but not enough to bend the paper, and folding it over, just like that. And there we have our pocket. Now, before I forget, I want to round the corners up here and get my corner punch out. And I'll have to re-ink those edges since I cut off what I did earlier. Okay, so far so good. Now I am going to, let's see, first I'm going to put my clothespin back on this paper tape because it likes to really unroll itself. I think this is so pretty. I love this color. And it went so well with that color right there. Alright, now I need to do the same thing on the for this one as I did with the others on the edging. This one may show a little bit more because it is the same color as the flowers over here, but it's not the same color as the background that the flowers are on. So it may show just a bit, but I don't care because it coordinates. It actually, I think, looks good. And then the back is a completely different pattern, but it's very, very neutral. Makes for a good writing space. That slides. Yes, that worked well. Yay. I didn't make a prototype of this, so I was a little worried. And you know what? I should have gone through with my ink on that one, on the inside part, but now I would get it all over that. So I don't know if I'm going to mess with that. I may later. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put my eyelet in that top corner. Because thus far, it's got a tag punch out, but the whole thing is not a tag. So I'm going to use my Crop-A-Dile, and I want it to hang that way. I guess I should show you that way. Alright. I am still learning the ins and outs of this Crop-A-Dile. But with me not having so much strength or grip in my hands anymore as I used to, I really like this tool. Alright, so I'm going to put the eyelet right. I'm trying to seat it right in that corner. Alright. And this goes in like this. And I want to show you something real quick. as I get that in there. There we go. I went to the We Are Memory Keepers website for the Crop-A-Dile, and I printed out this guide because I can never remember which blocks go with which types of eyelets. This has been such a help. Alright, so since I know that this is a 3/16 eyelet, it does not have a washer, I'm going to use the 2 silver settings. And so there's that silver one, and I will put that to the inside, and then I will find the silver one down here. These rotate. There we go. I'll do that. Make sure they're together. Yep. And then this part goes through the top of the eyelet. And you just seat it in there, and then you squeeze. And that makes me happy. Look how perfect that went. I didn't think it would because I am making a video, but it did. And I'll put my gourd pin in there, bulb pin, whatever you want to call it. It kind of matches. I don't have a purple that matches better, but you know, it coordinates. It kind of goes with this little stamp here, so we'll go with that. Alright, next, I need to find out if this is a sticker or if it's a piece of ephemera. I'm thinking it's a sticker. It looks like it's going to split. Yep, it's a sticker. Alright, so I need to put this in here. Set that like that so I can see where it's going to sit. Right there. Now let's see if that worked. Yay! It did, it did. Okie doke. So now I am going to, let's see, I could make that a tab. Make that a tab. Like that. I think I will, but I'm going to make the whole back of it that's going to stick out purple. Just so it coordinates. And until now I haven't needed my glue. Go. There's that. So now let's do this. Let's put this right across. Put this right across here, and then I think maybe I might make just another little ticket to stick back here. So actually this tag will have a tag in a pocket and then another tag with a belly in a belly band on the back. Like I said, I didn't think this through. I just kind of had a thought for part of it, and the rest of it's happening as it happens. And I'm just going to get, let's see, I think, let's see. All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm going to use just a little bit of this. I'll make a tab for this tag. Go. And this one I'm going to, I think I need a little more ink just to show it is a different thing. Different piece, I should say. Now I'm going to use a tiny attacher. Somebody said to always do it at least twice because then it looks like you did it on purpose. I don't know if it does, but I was told to do it, so I'm doing it. And there. I kind of like that. And this glue should be dry, so it'll be good. All right, I'm going to clean up my mess, and I'll be right back. Right. So here is my creation for hashtag Tag Tuesday, and it is a tag that hangs, and it has a tag journaling card behind a tag cutout, and then on the back it has another set of 2 tags that tuck into this belly band. I think that it turned out pretty well. See if I can figure out how I like to arrange it. There we go. Check out the other participants in hashtag Tag Tuesday, and check out Sherry's channel at Turquoise Dreaming and Maria's channel at Maria's Miscellany. Thank you for joining me today, and as always, be kind. Bye.